Hey, what's up, y'all? Just wanted to drop a quick line. I promise I won't be too long. I'm gonna hope to speed this up as fast as I can, because I know if it's too long, many of y'all might not watch it. But I just wanted to take a second to just give some words of encouragement to those of you who may be kind of privy to some of the current situations with, Brady Goodwin, member of the Cross Movement. So again, maybe for many of you, this might not mean nothing because you don't know anything about it. But for many of you, my phone has been off the hook. Text messages, phone calls, PMs and DMs, just more than you could imagine around the world, of people who have been actually injured a bit and discouraged. And so I want to encourage you about something I've been thinking about. Many of you have been affected because you have either been attached to or put a lot of stock in a movement of the cross that happened in the late 90s, early 2000s, a group of artists and ministers of the gospel who were part of the urban context and went and spread Jesus as far as we possibly could. And so you've been affected by that. And because of that, because Brady Goodwin was a part of that whole movement and actually one of the initiators of it, and now his new stance to distance himself, to actually denounce Christianity and the Bible, has affected you greatly. Many of you are discouraged in some ways. You're disappointed in some ways. And so I want to encourage you about something that maybe you're not thinking about. The first part is that it wasn't that whole thing that you were affected by and you were a part of and everything didn't all orbit around him. And I understand the effect that this could have on a group of people to see something so extreme kind of take place and be confessed. But I want to encourage you today about something that you may not be thinking about. It doesn't all orbit around him. There's other people still here, standing firm in the faith. A lot of us. So that very same group, the initiators of that movement, there's about, I want to say, 6 or 7 others who are still in place. Amazingly, you probably haven't thought about a brother by the name of Juan James, Enoch, who was a member of the Cross Movement too, who up until he passed away, he still professed Jesus Christ and the God of the Bible. And now he's basking in the presence of our Lord. Be encouraged by that. Another one, DJ Official, who was originally with us, with the Cross Movement, faced a lot of trial and tribulation in his life, especially toward the end of his life, sickness in his body, and suffered in ways that some of us probably would never imagine. But even with all the sickness and the things racking him, you could imagine the challenges and the doubts that he had. Up until he took his last breath, he still professed Jesus Christ as Lord, the God of the Bible. Earthquake, Cleve Folk is still intact, still a servant of the gospel, still a servant of Jesus Christ. Cruz Cordero, still a servant of Jesus Christ. Be encouraged by that. True Life, Virgil Bird, still a servant of Jesus Christ. Myself, still a servant of Jesus Christ, and more determined more than ever to serve him with my last breath. The ambassador, William Branch, go to his page, you'll see. Still a servant of Jesus Christ. So I'm telling you, more than be discouraged, be encouraged. We still stand firm. Our God is still securely on the throne, despite the disappointments, despite the sadness. Yeah, I know it's hard, but be encouraged. Second point I want to make, maybe only 3 points. The second one I want to say is, unfortunately, the place that Brady is right now, he wants to walk you through some stuff and cause doubt. I don't think he's meaning to injure people. He just is in a place where he doesn't realize the damage that's being done. But he wants you too to doubt. He wants you too to come along with him. I'll tell you, like I told him, he can't have you. He can't have y'all. Y'all belong to Jesus, the author and finisher of your faith. This smells like Satan when you think about it all the way through. There is an enemy. I don't think this is just things that happen just in the hearts of men, even though we're sinful. We're all sinful. We're all susceptible to this. Thank God that this is what Jesus actually died for. So he can't have you. Guard your hearts. Rally up. We are each other's. The skeptics can't have us. And for what? Drag us away to what? To some type of notions about science? Science, just like somebody said, science can't even explain why we yawn. And we're supposed to give up all that God has given us, the God of the Bible who's been good to us, merciful to us, loving to us. We're supposed to give that all up for some notions about science. Can't happen. And lastly, I'll say, in every age, someone said, the Bible rises up to bury its pallbearers. So the ones who are actually through the ages, look it up. The ones through the ages that have tried to bury the Bible are buried. I don't wish that on my brother. I love my brother. I talk to him as much as is possible. We've been talking. I don't wish that on him. But the truth is, that's the truth of it. Be encouraged. Lastly, I would say on that same front, why I say be encouraged, and this isn't a word necessarily against my brother. It is against his notions, but it's not over for him. The story isn't over. Yep. I believe in something called perseverance of the saints. I believe salvation is of God. He's the author and the finisher of it. He preserves us and seals us to the day of redemption. So I believe the story, Brady's still alive. So it's not over. The hope is for every believer that Jesus will finish the work that he started. He'll bring us all the way through. And so that's the same hope I have for him. I solicit your prayers in the same way for him, in that the Lord would bring him back. How awesome would that be? Think about it. Our God is up for this. He looks forward to these kinds of challenges. He rises up every time. He'll even take his enemy, knock him off an animal, blind him, and then give him new sight and a new life, and cause the very enemy of God to write a great portion of his word. He's the same God today. He's the same God yesterday, today, and forever. Be encouraged by that. Know that for a fact. So be encouraged. Don't be discouraged for the points that I told you. I think this isn't about just some one speech or statement that can cover it all, because I think we're going to go through a lot, and maybe there needs to be many things said. And we're not alone. Many other folks, solid folks, will address these issues in ways that you can be encouraged and built up, and we can lock arms and look forward together to the day that, from now to the day that we're in heaven sipping the new wine. And hopefully Brady Goodwin will be joining us. Be encouraged, beloved. Much love from your uncle. Hey, what's up, y'all?